What happens when a long-lost prince hugs his father for the first time in almost 2 years? It's a moment that feels straight out of a movie, but for Prince Harry and King Charles it was all too real. After years of tension, public drama and endless speculation, the world finally witnessed a royal reunion that no one saw coming. This wasn't just a family moment, it was a global event, watched by millions, dissected by experts, and felt by anyone who's ever longed for reconciliation. Let's get into it. Let's set the scene. Clarence House, the historic London residence, stood quietly on a crisp September morning. The air was thick with anticipation, as if the very walls knew something monumental was about to happen. Royal watchers and news crews gathered outside, their cameras ready, hoping to catch even a glimpse of what was unfolding inside. The city itself seemed to pause, the usual bustle replaced by a sense of expectancy. For those who know the history of Clarence House, it's a place that has seen countless royal milestones. But today, it was about to witness something truly extraordinary. A moment that would be etched into the annals of royal history. Ever since Harry and Meghan stepped back from royal life, the royal family has felt, well, more like a soap opera than a fairy tale. The world watched as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex traded palace life for independence, sparking a tidal wave of headlines, rumours and heated debates. Every move was scrutinised, every word analysed, and the once unbreakable royal image seemed to crack under the pressure. The couple's decision to speak openly about their struggles, their hopes and their disappointments only fueled the fire. Suddenly, the royal family was no longer just a symbol of tradition, it was a family in crisis, grappling with issues that resonated far beyond palace walls. Tensions soared, headlines exploded, and many wondered if Harry and his father would ever truly reconnect. The rift between them became a symbol of a changing monarchy, one that was struggling to adapt to a new era. For months, the silence between father and son was deafening, and the public could only guess at the pain behind palace doors. The world saw the distance, the cold glances at public events, the carefully worded statements that hinted at deeper wounds. It was a family drama playing out on the world stage, and everyone had an opinion. But on September 10th at Clarence House, that changed. The world held its breath as Prince Harry's car pulled up to the gates. For the first time in nearly 2 years, he was about to see his father face to face, away from the cameras, away from the noise. The moment was heavy with meaning, not just for the two men inside, but for everyone watching. Would this be the start of healing, or just another chapter in a long saga of royal drama? As Harry stepped out of the car, the tension was palpable. Even the most seasoned royal reporters admitted they'd never seen anything quite like it. Harry and King Charles met privately for 53 minutes, their first real one-on-one in nearly 2 years. No aides, no advisors, just father and son. Imagine the weight of that moment, years of misunderstandings, hurt feelings and public scrutiny all coming to a head in a single room. The conversation, according to insiders, was raw and honest. There were apologies, admissions of regret and even laughter, proof that despite everything, the bond between them had never truly disappeared. For nearly an hour, the world outside faded away, and it was just a father and his son trying to find common ground. Insiders say the reunion was very emotional, filled with hugs, tears, and a sense of relief only family can bring. It wasn't just a polite handshake or a formal greeting, it was a genuine, heartfelt embrace. Both men reportedly let their guards down, allowing themselves to be vulnerable in a way the public rarely sees. For Charles, it was a chance to reconnect with his youngest son, to show that beneath the crown he is still a father who loves and misses his child. For Harry, it was a moment of acceptance, a sign that despite everything, he still belongs. The embrace was long, the tears real, and for a brief moment, the years of pain seemed to melt away. For the first time in a long time, the rift started to close. The tension that had defined their relationship for so long began to melt away, replaced by hope and the possibility of a fresh start. It was a reminder that beneath the crowns and titles, they are still just a father and son trying to find their way back to each other. The smiles, the laughter, the gentle teasing, it all spoke to a relationship that, while battered, was far from broken. Those who witnessed the reunion said it was like watching a weight lift off both their shoulders. The hope in the room was contagious, and for the first time in years, the future seemed a little brighter. Fans everywhere felt it. Social media lit up with love, hope, and even a few happy tears from around the world. People from all walks of life shared their own stories of family reconciliation, inspired by the royals' willingness to try again. The hashtag #RoyalReunion trended globally as messages of support poured in from every corner of the globe. Some fans wrote about their own estranged family members, expressing hope that if Harry and Charles could find their way back, maybe they could too. Others simply celebrated the moment, grateful for a rare bit of good news in a world that often feels divided. People called it the royal moment we didn't know we needed. For many, it was a sign that even the most fractured families can find their way back to each other. It was a reminder that forgiveness is possible, and that hope can bloom even in the most unlikely places. Across the UK and beyond, people gathered to celebrate, sharing stories, memories, and dreams for a more united future. Children drew pictures of the royal family, while older generations reminisced about past royal milestones. The reunion became more than just a headline. It became a symbol of resilience, of the power of love to heal even the deepest wounds. Experts say this could be a turning point, not just for Harry and Charles, but for the whole royal family. Some believe this emotional meeting could pave the way for more open conversations, not just between father and son, but among all the royals. It could signal a new era of unity, transparency, and healing for a family that has long been defined by tradition and secrecy. Royal historians point out that the monarchy has weathered many storms, but rarely has it faced such public scrutiny. This reunion, they say, could be the catalyst for a new chapter, one where honesty and vulnerability are valued as much as duty and decorum. Of course, real healing takes time, but this emotional hug, it was more than just a gesture, it was a promise. A promise to try, to forgive, and to move forward, no matter how difficult the journey may be. For Harry and Charles, it was the first step on a long road toward rebuilding trust and rediscovering the bond they once shared. The journey ahead won't be easy. There will be setbacks, misunderstandings, and moments of doubt. But for now, they have something they haven't had in a long time: hope. And sometimes, that's enough to keep going. It was a big first step, and sometimes, that's all it takes to start a new chapter. The world will be watching to see what comes next, but for now, this moment belongs to them. A father and son reunited at last. As they walked side by side through the gardens, away from the cameras and the crowds, it was clear that something fundamental had shifted. The past can't be erased, but the future is unwritten, and for Harry and Charles, that means anything is possible. So what's next for the royals? Will this reunion inspire more healing within the family? Will we see Harry and Charles working together on royal projects, or perhaps even a public appearance that signals a new era for the monarchy? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the world is rooting for them. The coming months will be crucial as the family navigates new challenges and opportunities. Royal watchers are already speculating about joint appearances, collaborative charity work, and perhaps even a renewed sense of purpose for the monarchy itself. Stay tuned, because if this reunion taught us anything, it's that even royal families can find their way back to each other. In a world that often feels divided, moments like these remind us that love, forgiveness, and hope are always possible, even for those who wear a crown. The story of Harry and Charles is far from over, but for now it's a story of hope. A reminder that no matter how far we drift, it's never too late to come home.